Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, August 1st, 2025. Big sell-off yesterday. I'll get to that in a moment. Just a reminder, I do like to go into the big picture first, that if tested over the next 3 to 5 weeks or sooner, the low 350s to mid 350s remain our price ceiling through the rest of the third quarter. Can continue to contain buying pressures on a monthly basis. And each time we test it, we can back away again, potentially all the way south to what I see as long-term support on the weekly chart. Same chart at 252.87. Now, I don't have this as a price target right now. We actually did receive a sell signal yesterday that does anticipate a lower trade. I'll get to that in a moment. But if tested over the coming weeks, 252.87 can contain selling on a monthly basis, and we could round up from there perhaps into a quarterly basis. And so it really is like, the low 350s to low 250s. That is our two longer term price points. And let's go to the day itself. Yesterday, we did close below this 312.88 rising trend line, and I think that carries with it continued selling pressures that will play out into next week, into later August. 269.46, a 2 to 3 week target, and I think you can play that over the next 2 to 3 weeks. 269.46 in reach. Now, there are nearer term levels as well. 288.99 I consider a 3 to 5 day target below 312.88. So if you're short now, if you went short on the close or near the closing bell on Thursday, you can stay short below 312.88, expecting 3 to 5 day swing traders 288.99, 2 to 3 week swing traders 269.46. And if you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader and you also kind of play a little bit of the 3 to 5 day time horizon, you can take some profits on a short position at 288.99. We could bounce off of that, a classic 2-week channel bottom, nicely for 3 to 5 days. Closing below 288.99 does set up 269.46, the 2 to 3 week objective, in as little as 3 to 5 days. 269.46, descending channel support, about a 2-month channel bottom, well suited to contain selling through the rest of August, and we could turn up into September. And as I've been saying, it is also really kind of the start, and do I show it here? I don't think, yes, I do. 269.46 is really the beginning of a longer term range of support down to 248.42. That 248.42 level is, by the way, the daily chart version of the 252.87 channel bottom that we find on the weekly chart. But I'll jump back to this image and just say that, if we test 269.46 over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and it has become an objective now with yesterday's settlement below 312.88, that it is the beginning of a zone. For those of you who like to scale into positions, if you're a longer term position trader and you hold positions for 3 to 5 weeks out to say 2 to 3 months, 269.46 is really the beginning of a range down to 248.42 that you can scale into a long position and anticipate upward rotation once again into the 310s, 20s, and perhaps even the 350s. As I outlined, I think yesterday, if we were to test this channel bottom at 248.42, the trend line coming off the highs from which it's based becomes a notable channel top and an area that could contain buying on a multi-week basis. So it really would be testing 248.42. We would envision the possibility of upward rotation into the 310s, 320s, or wherever this channel top may be at that time. And so that kind of covers the big picture. I don't expect, and I might as well add this for those of you who are concerned or wondering about Tesla long term as we continue through the rest of the year, I don't see a significant sell signal on weakness unless we were to close below the 252.87 descending channel bottom at the end of any week. That would set up a 2 to 3 month sell signal into the low to upper 160s. And I think that would be the likely play if we were to close below 252.87. This 162.68 to 168.78 region, 5-year channel support, able to contain selling through all of 26, and we could round up nicely from there. Let's take a look at the trend line once again at 312.88. If we happen to push through today, I don't expect this, and I'm looking for the right chart. and that's not it. Let's continue with the downside here. I don't want to ignore 303.55. If you didn't go short, and I'm not suggesting you should go short. Some of you are buy side only, and I'm totally support whatever you're comfortable with. But for those of you who are comfortable or developing a comfort with playing the short side of the market, whether that's buying puts or playing the short side, being short outright the stock, if you didn't play the short side on Thursday's close below 312.88, just know that if we close today below 303.55, that is a secondary sign of weakness that underscores and confirms really the sell signal that did play out yesterday below 312.88. Anticipating 288.99 by the end of next week or sooner, 269.46 over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now for the upside, I don't have them both on the same chart, and that's really what I'm looking for. But, if we were to, for instance, close today back above 312.88, that stabilizes the dynamic. Is it a buy signal per se? Not necessarily, but I do think it does allow the 350s again over the next few weeks. And then working our way upside then from there, we do have 329.09. So if we close today above the 312.88 trend line, this 312.99 trend line becomes a 1 to 2 day target. But I do think, for instance, if we do close back above the 312.88 trend line, that we can anticipate this 346.06 area as a possible 2 to 3 week objective, which is still rising and will be converging next week with the low 350s anyway. So yes, this is really my way of repeating myself, which is to say that if we do close back above 312.88, that does carry with it upward rotation, upward continuation into the low to mid 350s within 2 to 3 weeks. If you are short now, anticipating 269.46, 2 to 3 week swing traders, my suggestion is if we close back above 312.88, you exit that short position and consider going long above 312.88 into the low to mid 350s within 2 to 3 weeks. And, if you were to, sort of await where is the actual chart, my apologies. I combed through this stuff, and here it is. Yes. So if you were to await a settlement above 329.09 for buy signal clarity, if you will, with the settlement back above 312.88, if you were to, 329.09 is also a buy signal upon settlement above. Not altogether different than.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
The 303.55 level, where I said if you went short on Thursday, if you didn't go short on Thursday, you could consider playing the short side below 303.55. But if you want to play the long side of the market, that becomes pretty clear if we happen to close above the 329.09 level. I hope that all made sense. Let's just go with the big picture right now, and let me reaffirm that it is 312.88. That is our pivot point. Not only into next week, but into later August. We are below it. We are anticipating 269.46 over the next 2 to 3 weeks. If we close above 312.88, we would anticipate the low to mid 350s within 2 to 3 weeks. It's about as simple as that. And I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. We put out 2 stock picks this week. JFrog was yesterday, and then earlier in the week, I forget offhand exactly what that was. You think I would remember these things, but I cover so many markets and commodities on the commodity side of my work, and Wicked Stocks, of course, that it just sort of escapes me. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Go to wickedstocks.com, take advantage of our 5-day free trial, and you'll see everything that we produce for 5 full days, including daily Triple Q, daily SPY analysis, weekly Apple stock, weekly S&P 500 index, and NASDAQ 100 index analysis. I'm going to be back probably Sunday with Monday's Tesla report. Just by the way, after Labor Day, September 1st, we go back to our regular hours where we begin delivering the material to you shortly after the closing bell for the next trading day, so you can watch these videos in your evening time if that's something you prefer. We'll be back to that schedule in September. You have a great weekend.